It's been a solid 4 years, but loan to buy transfers are back in FIFA 21 and they've made a mighty comeback. We're testing them out to their full potential as we are going to be signing players using the loan to buy option only, being smart in the transfer window and wheeling and dealing our way to glory with Blackburn Rovers. The aim to get the former Giants back up to the Premier League and winning silverware again. I am one that doesn't really mess about with loans all too much. If you're joining Sir BCHD's squad, you're in here for the long term.
We don't care.
Let me tell you something. We don't care. Started off in the Championship, baby. We've got a lot of work to be done with the former Premier League champions. We've got to use our loan to buy prowess in order to gain an advantage. What kind of wonder kids can we lure in and secure on a permanent basis? Are they going to believe in the project? And what kind of talent can we attract? Here is the team we're started off with, and the squad of the starting 11 is looking kind of decent. Could go on a cheeky promotion push, maybe even the playoffs this season. We've got the Liverpool wonder kid Harvey Elliott on loan, which I'm looking to make a permanent deal. We've also got the strike duo of Adam Armstrong and Brereton. We've also implemented Sir BCHD's classic 3-5-2 or 3-4-1-2 formation. Expansive, attractive attacking football is just the kind of ball we're trying to play here. And you know what? Speaking of Harvey Elliott, let's just do it from the get-go. We're going to approach to buy and make this one permanent. And Liverpool have agreed a £2 million deal. Yes, it's a much different looking Jurgen Klopp, and that is definitely not my manager. As a young English winger signs on the dotted line, Sir BCHD secures his first big deal. In our entire attempt to fill the starting 11 with only loan to buy players, that is the goal by the end of this. If the AI managers want to play dirty though, it could flip the switch and we're in here for the long haul. The board want us to fight for promotion and they've even gifted us with nearly £17 million to splash. Luckily for us, they're just loans, so we have to only pay the wages. Let's get that wage bill up mighty high to almost £500,000. Future fees we can worry about in season 2. Just like that, we've been grinding. We've agreed a £1.55 million deal for the Valencia youth talent Yunus Musa. He's been making the headlines lately and he's one of the first players that were on my shortlist. Sir BCHD's got his eyes set on him. Yunus lad, you've let me down. Blackburn Rovers, we're bigger than Valencia. Come on, no. We've gone in for a centre back this time and it's Menji, straight out of Manchester United's youth academy, and it looks so good for now. The green light's given, and yet again we run into the same issues. Loan decline once more. It's looking like pure rejection out here in my inbox. It's starting to look a bit more like my love life right now. At this rate, the Harvey Elliott transfer is the only loan to buy deal we're going to be celebrating by the end of this window because no one wants to join us. We're facing some major struggles, people. Finally, come on, get in there. We've picked up Eddie Nketiah. He's believed in the Sir BCHD Blackburn project. We've agreed a £7.1 million loan to buy figure for the English striker. From North London to Blackburn, a bit of a career switch up, but he automatically becomes one of our highest rated strikers, and he's the Englishman. He's a local talent. He knows what the club's about, and I'm so glad this one came through. Thank you, Arsenal. Yikes, big yikes. We're back on that rejection grind, baby. Yeah, none of these players wanted to join. Javi Simmons, I knew we were pushing out luck. Rekic all give us the rejection, and we're back at square one. Some good news though. Astor Franks, the Belgian midfield wonder kid, one of my favorites in FIFA, and Appiah, the left midfielder, the Englishman who was out at Almeria in Spain. We've brought the kid home. The left mid, 19 years of age, can slot in beautifully. He's pacey, he's quick, and the loan to buy function was working stupendously, has the potential to evolve into a key pivot, a box-to-box masterclass. Hopefully Astor Franks can live up to the hype in the future. We agreed a £1.5 million loan deal agreement for Arvin. He's enjoying his time back in England, and we're already going to negotiate a permanent transfer. In Franks' case, we got a sweet deal here with just over £2 million spent on the Belgian. I'm not going to lie, lads, this is a struggle, probably one of the hardest challenges I've ever taken on in both FIFA 19 through to 21. More rejections incoming. Kalulu, Armini, Joelson Fernandez, and for the second time, Yunus Musa declines our loan offers. Please, just end my pain and suffering, and someone accept my loan request. We'll take every piece of positive affirmation possible right now because it's not looking good in terms of our transfer business. So many attempts, and yet so many fails. After another strong batch of rejections, yeah, I'm getting used to them now, just like real life. We've got a Bayern Munich 2 duo. It's the centre-back partnership of Addy and B and Chris Richards, both arriving on a 1-year loan deal, so I'm happy we're just getting players in. They're bread and butter for all you Road to Glory heads out there. The American Chris Richards, who's pretty versatile, and Addy and B's growth is just monumental. He has gargantuan potential, and hopefully he can fulfill that here in Blackburn. Alright boys, we've cracked the code here with some big brain moves. We've got Gwebbles and Ida, two strikers that could be a deadly duo in the future. Both on 2-year loans, both with future fees set in stone. And who would have thought all I had to do was search for players up for loan? I know, revolutionary stuff. I'm growing in IQ by the day, trust me. These two, they look good though. Don't know if they're championship ready, but the Frenchman and the Irishman might have a bit of fun together, destroying defenses side by side. It provides a bit of competition for Eddie and Katie up top. We can always convert them into other positions as well, just in case we don't get some more loan deals in. Player loan deal agreement for Ryder is a £1.6 million option, and for Willem Gwebbles, it's 1.7, so they're bargains at the end of the day. I've decided to poach a player from an upcoming video, so keep it on the download, keep it hush hush. It's Lainez Jr., the American right winger. We're planning to deploy him at the left. He's currently just on loan, so we need to activate this loan to buy offer. We need to go in and approach to buy at the end of the season. We'll see how he performs. Let's see if he's up to standard. Due to the fact that not too many loan deals going our way, we're gonna have to kind of mold our players, make our own positions. Arvid Appiah, we're training him into a cam, but I just want to push him back that one further into a CM to partner up with Franks in the middle, and we're training Willem Gwebbles. I think we're a bit too saturated in the striker spot right now. He is stranded out of cam. We're not done there yet either, because Lainez Jr. is going to need training at left wing. With this current look of the team, we just need one more defender and a starting goalkeeper to fill our loan to buy starting 11. It's one off the checklist. We haven't got the future fee installed yet, but it's a starting point with Nico Mantil on loan from Haching in Germany. 20-year-old, nice upcoming keeper that can really thrive here in the championship. He's already 6'4". We just got to activate and approach to buy when the time is right. And just because these rejections got me feeling some kind of way, they're hitting different in career mode. Sir BCHD isn't used to this. We're going in for our homegrown talent, and it's just so perfect that it's a position we need. It's Ryan Neal. Yes, he doesn't have a torso. Yes, he's holding a red card. You don't need to refresh the screen. I'm willing to neglect that for 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak footy, 6'4" with 80 to 94 potential, high-low work rates, and is already 66 overall. So that just screams promotion to the senior team. Considering no centre-back on planet Earth wants to join us, and I'm just had it up to here. I'm getting frustrated. We're going to our last resort. Remember our homegrown talent? Well, Ryan Neal, he is up for the task. We're going to be converting him into a centre-back. It's only going to take 2 weeks, so I'm happy about this one, just for the time being, because we need to complete that back 3 before it's too late. Now that Arvid Appiah is converted to a cam, it's going to take him 375 weeks to become a central mid. You've got to be kidding me, right? I still don't understand how this training feature works. I still don't know if that's a glitch or not. That has been the bulk of our transfer business. No permanent deals to be made, only loans. You know how it is by now with this challenge. It's been a rough experience. We've been led down struggle street way too many times in the summer. I can't really tell if we're aiming for Premier League promotion. Maybe a playoff spot would be decent, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. Let's see how we get on in the first campaign. Lads, even after the transfer window's over, we've decided to make some executive decisions right now. We've made most of the loan deals permanent because I realized through simulating, clubs can easily just call back players. That's a new feature in FIFA 21. Didn't come to my realization, so I guess I'm learning on the job. Exactly what we wanted from the get-go, but we're just confirming it now. Their parent clubs can't get involved, and we have locked them down on some big money deals. It's the first season complete here in the championship for the loan to buy squad, and they've mustered up a 13th place finish, kind of middle of the road. Nowhere near getting relegated, but nowhere near obviously qualifying for the playoffs, and promotion is still a world away. Didn't expect to get too far in the FA Cup. They lost in a round 4 replay to Nottingham Forest. It was an early round 2 elimination to Swansea in the Carabao Cup as they lost 2-1. We didn't really expect this year to be successful. It's more of a transitional year, and it's one of our non-loan to buy players. It's Adam Armstrong, a Blackburn original. He's partnered up in the top 5 with the likes of Bradley Dack, Sam Gallagher, Lewis Holtby, what a throwback he was, and then Ben Brereton. The Rovers OGs carrying here in the top 5. We've got the likes of Adam Ida, the best performing out of the loaned lot with 4 goals to his name. Harvey Elliott mustering up 8 goal contributions. Meanwhile, Eddie and Katie with 3 goals and 3 assists. We still haven't had Arvid Appiah converted to a centre mid. It's going to be a lengthy process. Meanwhile, Gwebbles got some game time, but really didn't make much of an impact, just like Lainez Jr., the American with 1 assist. Ryan Neal at centre back, the homegrown talent, going up a +7. A defensive unit, a defensive rock. Surely he can grow more capable in Season 2. And in terms of our goalkeeping situation, it was Mantle, the German shot stopper, with 3 clean sheets in 13 appearances. All I can say is that at least we've got out of that treacherous first season. Now we've got the foundations. Let's propel into season 2 and hope dynamic potential and the growth system in FIFA 21 does the job for Blackburn, and we can kind of mount together a playoffs push, maybe even promotion. To kickstart season 2's summer transfer dealings, we have picked up Taylor Harwood-Bellis from Manchester City. This time they accept for a loan to buy offer. The settlement option is £1.4 million. It's a bargain just to provide that little bit of defensive cover. It was a no-brainer, to be fair. Maybe I'm thinking of converting him into a CDM. Still a major hole that needs to be filled into our squad, and it's going to take 60 weeks. Don't worry guys, our luck still isn't turning green whatsoever. We have still received major declines right now. It is just rejection upon rejection. Season 2's bearing the same fruits. You just know we had to have a bit more bravado in our approach, and we've made the Harwood-Bellis deal permanent in a £1.4 million deal. That means Man City can't call him back, therefore he's ours to kick. That's gonna do us on deadline day. Yet again, no other loan deals we could make work. Just rejection after rejection. It's quite heartbreaking, and I can't believe Sir BCHD's Blackburn Rovers are getting done dirty. Here's a look at the starting 11 headed into season 2. We've got a promotion campaign on our hands. We're aiming for the stars. We're attempting a bombastic, full guns blazing type approach. We're at the end of season 2, and I like what I see. 90 points on the board. Third place, of course, you can't compete with the likes of Aston Villa and Leeds, who've just come down from the Prem. That's a different story, but we're in good standings for the playoffs. We've come out third best, and that's a successful season in my view. Getting relegated is Fleetwood Town, Sunderland, and Wickham. Why did I say Sunderland? Bit of a cheeky FA Cup run that could have even extended further, as they got knocked out 2-1 in round 5 to Leeds. We're nowhere to be seen in the Carabao Cup as Manchester United take that one out. I really can't even find us, to be fair, so I guess, yeah, not really something worth mentioning. But what I can say is that the Blackburn Loney boys have gotten all the way to the playoff promotion final at Wembley after winning 4-1 against Cardiff convincingly on aggregate. They've stormed their way to the big dance, and this one's up against Birmingham City. I present to you the loan to buy starting 11. These are going to be the lads to lead us out in this promotion playoff final. It's the most expensive game in football. There's a lot on the line. It's a spot in the Premier League we're fighting for, and it's a 3-1 victory with Eddie Nketiah, the hero of the day, with a double in the final. He shows up big, claiming his 2 Wembley goals. So does Travis, the man who entrusted our faith in the midfield. So I guess he just repaid us with the goal to seal it. And who would have thought? We've been rejected, we've been knocked down, and loan to buy FC come through in the playoff final, earning that 3rd promotion spot to the Premier League, and I couldn't be happier. We've done it in 2 seasons. Here are our main performers, and you can tell Eddie Nketiah, he's taken that next level. He's upped his game, and he's a brand new role for the marksman with 60 appearances, 30 goals and 3 assists. That's a goal every other game. It's what you want in a striker, with Adam Armstrong by his side as well. 26 goals and 10 assists. The only player with double figures in both categories. We've also got a bunch of Blackburn originals. Harvey Elliott now, you're starting to see him grow and develop into something special. 15 goal contributions, providing some goal scoring opportunities and being creative with it. Willem Guebel's finally on the board, the French cam. 3 goals for the Frenchman, as our homegrown talent Ryan Neal with 2 goals and 3 assists in 59 appearances from centre back. He's got captain potential. Adam Ida, who I expected a bit more from. I thought he'd be up there with the likes of Adam Armstrong, but it's really been left behind in the pack. The Irishman going up a +3 now to 70. Astov ranks from midfield with 9 assists and a +4 to his overall. Nevertheless, Sir BCHD has taken the Rovers back up to the Premier League, back to the big time. The top flight, here we come. And I'm telling you, loan to buy FC, they're coming with a vengeance. It's good to be back. Here to approach our first Premier League campaign back in the top flight for Blackburn, we have pulled in Nathan Collins, the Irish defender. He's arrived from Stoke City on loan, of course. He's got that juicy buy option, and you know what? He might not be first team ready. He's going to provide a bit of backup, and of course, so much room to grow. We're going to settle for that buy option and purchase him outright for £3 million in his loan deal agreement. Due to the fact that he's our only loan to buy signing we could manage to persuade this season, we're making it permanent right now. You know what? I've got a sneaky suspicion with this guy. He might be able to reach peak levels. You never know with dynamic potential, but he's going to provide a great backup option in the back 3. He's a flat-out centre back, and he's born for Blackburn. Here is how the loan to buy starting 11 is looking. Appiah, he's still training to be a central midfielder. We've got to be patient with his positional transition, but that backline of Collins, Neal, and the captain Richards, I'm fancying it. Meanwhile, Elliott and Lenias Jr. on the wings. It's going to be a spicy campaign. Let's see if we can achieve salvation. That was a close one. It definitely went down to the wire as they survived 5, a loan to buy WONDERKIDS survived the Premier League by 5 points, staying clear of the drop zone. No salvation though for Watford, Fulham and Leeds United, as they're going to be playing Championship football next season. We didn't reach those magic 40 points, but it was good enough, only 3 points off. All hail to Liverpool, who won the league with 97 points. In the FA Cup, we got handed a royal shellacking to Spurs 4-0 in round 3. Meanwhile, it was Colin's former employers, Stoke City, to win the Carabao Cup against Man City 2-1. I am stoked, as we faced a round 4 elimination to the hands of Wolves 3-1. The squad of 44 have got it done, and it's the man from Norwich, the Irishman. We've actually gotten a few in here. Adam Ida's picked up 11 goals in 29 appearances. Eddie Nketiah, his strike partner, couldn't get near him with a +4 to his overall. He's now 84 rated with 9 goals and 2 assists, 11 goal contributions from the Englishman. A couple of Blackburn OGs giving us a helping hand along the way, and Arvin Appiah, he could only manage 13 appearances, 4 goals and 1 assist. As the ranks in the midfield, he's becoming a mainstay, the Belgian. 3 goals and 2 assists, 5 goal contributions from the 20-year-old, and now Harvey Elliott. He's up to an 80 overall, and he's had 2 goals and 6 assists. Colin's got himself a debut goal, but I'm expecting a bit more output and productivity from the likes of Gwebels, our Cam, and the American Lanez Jr. Nonetheless, we built a solid foundation here in Season 3. Survival was the goal, it was mission impossible, and they've gone out and done it, so fair play to them. The loan to buy lads continue to march on. Richards led Blackburn with Sir BCHD's 59 manager rating. Keep on keeping on. Season 4 on the horizons, anything is possible. At this rate, we're only picking up one loan to buy signing every single transfer window, and that's going to be exactly the case here in Season 4, as Genks Luca Oyen joins. The 20-year-old Cam, Belgian playmaker, will provide us a little backup in the middle, could introduce some creative spark off the bench, but he's here on a dry loan, so we're going to have to make it permanent. Absolutely love this new feature in FIFA 21. I can get around it every day of the week. He can also play a left wing, so we're going to delegate to buy and pay out his £8.3 million release clause. Permanent deals is just what we do here under the Sir BCHD administration. Welcome to Rovers, Mr. Royan. After what seemed like we survived last season by the skin of our teeth and maintain our Premier League pedigree, we have finished comfortably in mid-table, even, challenging for the top half of the table finish. But in 11th, our loan to buy Blackburn Rovers sit, and this leads us into a pretty promising position to push even further up the table and start asking some questions about Europe. There was no fairy tale run in the FA Cup, as we got knocked out 4-3 on penalties to Fulham in what could have been such a winnable game. Carabao Cup's round 3, there was another upset, 1-0 to Ipswich, and that saw the Rovers completely eliminated. No pathways to Europe were created. Nonetheless, these were our MVPs, our star performers here in the 4th campaign, 2nd year in the Premier League, and Adam Ida is really stepping up. A +3 to his overall, now to 77. He scored 17 goals and 1 assist. Adam Armstrong, he's a Blackburn original, and he's showing his true colours here with 13 goals and 3 assists, 16 goal contributions, and Eddie Nketiah, who should really be carrying and leading the way. The numbers show otherwise, as the 25-year-old only has 11 goals. Willem Gwebels from Cam showing 5 goals and 2 assists. Asta ranks from the middle of the park with 3 goals, and Lanez Jr., the American on the left, with 3 goals. Arvin Appiah, yes, we are still converting him into a central midfielder. 2 goals and 1 assist for him. Now, homegrown talent Ryan Neal with a goal and an assist from centre back. The playmaker side of Harvey Elliott's game is really shining through this season with 10 assists. He really focused on that side of his game, and he had 1 goal to show for it as well. Now to our German shot stopper in between the sticks, it is Nico Mantel, our number 1, and he picked up 8 clean sheets. Still with a long hell of a way to go, we made some hefty progress this season. Let's see if we can keep up that momentum in Season 5. The reality of our transfer business really seems like we're stuck with the players we picked up in the first couple of seasons. No more room for new arrivals, because loan to buy deals in the Premier League are just goddamn impossible. That leaves us to focus on our own, stick to what we really have going on right now. What I really think this season was about was just cementing our Premier League status, just getting up there and being a staple club. I know we'll push for things a lot higher, we're a bit more ambitious. Things could have gone a lot better, but they also could have gone a lot worse, with 0 signings to our name. Liverpool take out the league. It's City, Spurs, and Chelsea to round up the top 4. Nowhere near the relegation zone again, which we've got to be grateful for. No pathways to Europa League qualification with the FA Cup, as Spurs beat us out 2-1 in round 5, as we made it as far as the quarterfinals in the Carabao Cup. Elimination to, you guessed it, Spurs again, 1-0. In a campaign that was also focused on moulding and growing our players into what exactly we want to get out of them. Harvey Elliott converted to a support winger, a poacher mentality entrusted on Ida, the central midfield mindset for Franks, and the inverted winger for Lanez Jr. It could go down as a carbon copy of Season 1, one here, as we have Adam Ida. He's been our best performer the last 2 seasons, the Golden Boot winner for the squad, but now 24-year-old Irishman with 24 goals to his name. Eddie Nketiah, he's catching up, but he has 16 and 4 assists, so 20 goal contributions for the ex-Arsenal Academy player. We've got Willem Goebbels in the midfield in the cam spot, which I'm really wanting to get more out of him, but he's just not providing me with much to get excited about. Only 10 goal contributions for the Frenchman, and Astor Ranks really stepping it up this year. One of our Belgian midfielders with 5 goals and 12 assists, but Harvey Elliott beats him out in the playmaking department with 13 assists yet again from the Englishman, 2 goals to his name. Adam Armstrong, yet again, Mr. Consistent, putting in those numbers with 5 goals and 2 assists. He's always reliable. Arvin Appiah, yes, this central midfield development seems like it's going on for centuries, but there's only 17 weeks left until he's fully converted. And of course, our main man, Nico Mantil, with 8 clean sheets for the German. I mean, if we're competent and able to, we're only a couple of signings away from actually pushing for European qualification. This is how Sir BCHD's Blackburn Rovers starting 11 is looking, and who knows, they might be able to achieve their peak in Season 6. Now that is what I'm talking about. That's right up my alley. Blackburn Rovers have achieved our main objective with European qualification here in Season 6, finishing 5th with 63 points. They lost a lot, but they won a lot more. Only 6 points away from Champions League qualification against Everton. They shut out the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal and Spurs, finishing above them all. Could this just be a lucky season or a lucky streak, just an out of the blue outlier? I'll let your imagination paint the picture, as the truth is yet to be told. Getting relegated is Burnley, Leeds United and West Brom, all going back down to the Championship. Could we add any silverware to our belt though, as it's Burnley winning the FA Cup despite getting relegated? A lot of Wigan 2013 vibes going on. The local hated rivals Burnley knocking us out in round 5 and going on to win the whole thing. What a story. Round 3 of the Carabao Cup saw a bitter defeat to Arsenal 1-0, which ended our hopes. Nevertheless, I'm ecstatic with the achievements we've been able to pull off this year. 18 goal season for Adam Ida, the Irishman, pulling through with the goals. 12 goals and assists for Eddie Nketiah. Yet again, he's always up there in the charts doing the numbers. Adam Armstrong, our reliable Englishman who we're playing and deploying out on the left. Willem Goebbels, I mean, he should be doing more, but a +7 season. What has he done off the pitch? Who knows? He's now an 84 rated player. We have Harvey Elliott once more. No real big assists numbers to show for it, but 5 goals and 3 assists with 8 goal contributions. We have Astor Ranks, 2 goals and 4 assists for the Belgian, and Laniez Jr., who's kind of taken a backseat. The American picks up 2 goals and an assist. And it's a big campaign for Nico Mantil, the now 85 rated keeper. The growth has been downright stupendous this year. A +5 to his rating and 15 clean sheets for our main man. Are we going to be able to balance multiple competitions and fight on European fronts? New challenges and hopes await us in lucky Season 7. Someone cue up the Drake on the speaker, please, because we have just gone back to back. 5th place in yet again Europa League qualification, but this time the margins were even closer. We're 1 win away from potentially finishing runners-up. That's how wide open and low points tallying the league was. It was an unpredictable season with Brentford, Stevenage and Sheffield United all getting relegated. Were there any domestic silverware to show for it? And no, elimination to Manchester United, the furthest we've ever travelled in the FA Cup, in the semi-finals at Wembley, and now they're facing Spurs. The Carabao Cup saw United take it out again, but where did we get eventually knocked out? And it looks like it was early days to, the winners, United 3-1. Here's the moment of truth though, because the Europa League, first debut campaign in European football. We finished on top of Group A, which consisted of Mainz, Vitrol and Midtjylland. In the round of 32, it saw us conquer Nice 5-2 on aggregate, progressing through to the round of 16, and that was a 4-3 win. What? Over PSG? You can't be serious right now. A 3-2 clutch away victory at the Parc des Princes saw us with a heroic victory over Monaco, again 4-1. They made it all the way to the semis, saw out Fiorentina, and that has booked us a spot in the big dance against none other than Real Madrid. They might have the record Champions League titles, but now they're going after the little brother, Europa League. They have us to face. What a road it's been. 2027 providing us the opportunity to win our first piece of silverware with this squad. In a normal year of regular programming, this would be a Champions League final coming up against Real Madrid. This has been anything but. Now we face them in the Europa. This is our starting 11 going out to face them. Let's go out and give the Galacticos a run for their money. We've been able to get Blackburn Rovers back to the pinnacle of English football, competing in Europe, and back in the top flight again with the loan to buy formula. It has provided us with a hefty challenge, but Sir BCHD has been able to pull through. When there's a will, there's a way, and live from the London Stadium, I think Real Madrid should just lose straight out for those pink kits. We know what type of squad they have. The talent on their roster is undeniable, but surely David can slay Goliath here tonight. This three at the back is really suffering right now. This three at the back is under siege, and Dybala misses the target. But as the ranks, the build-up is nice. We've got players running left and right and over. There's a bit of outstretched space to Armstrong in the middle, and it's straight at the Madrid goalkeeper. The intervention was crucial from the Irishman, and now we can launch the counter-attack here with Goebbels. We've got favoured numbers, and Madrid all of a sudden at 6s and 7s. Eddie Nketiah with the Ronaldo chop. It is Eddie Nketiah, and again we couldn't get the rebound. Dybala worked it back. They're being patient with it, not rushing anything. And Paulo Dybala on his left. He slots it through to Valverde, the South American partnership. Valverde, he's going to take the shot or just keep dribbling. And he blaze it off. And again, we've defended like our lives depend on it. Come on, headed that on. Varanks chests it down. Adam Ida can the strike partnership work in combination here. Adam Ida's got the luck of the bounce. And the deflections worked in the Irishman's favour. If you don't know, now you know. Right in front of the Real Madrid fans. Just before half-time as well, the perfect way to end off the first 45 in what has been a cagey opening affair. Blackburn Rovers hit the front, and we got the aid of a couple of deflections here and there. The Real Madrid defense caught off guard, and the strike duo linking up as our number 29 slots it home. Going into the break at 1-0 up is exactly the position we want to be in. Let's hope we can see it out in the second 45. Trying to loft it into the box, give the Real Madrid defenders something to think about with Adam Ida, and it's gone wide. Vinicius Jr. really exploiting this left-hand side weakness. And it's the number 20 for Real Madrid. Cuts it back to Valverde. Big save from Mantle. The first time he's been really caught into action. He's now Real Madrid on the attack, searching for that equaliser. It's their other Brazilian, Rodrigo. How's that a pen, ref? You're joking me, referee. Have a word with yourself. VAR should intervene here and just completely rule this out because, it's a late challenge. He's pretty much given him a punch in the balls. It's unforgivable from Richards, who's had a solid game, but Mantle, and he goes the wrong way. Jonathan David, who's literally just stepped onto the pitch with his first kick of the game, gets Real Madrid their equalisers as the Canadian makes his mark. And now Mendy breezes past Collins. Mendy has a shot, and Mantle is on his A game. It's cleared. We have a corner in the dying embers of the match into stoppage time now. Adam Armstrong worked its way inside. Now Davies slots it, sweats it across. Adam Ida's there in the dying embers, but I think the flag's up, and that was a false hope, a false dawn. The Irishman could have sealed his double. Goebbels just gets there. Adam Ida, there's lovely space here for Lainez Jr., who has literally just arrived onto the pitch. Can the American mark a grandstand entry? And there you go. We didn't really need extra time. We just needed a bit more added stoppage time, but it's our number 32, Lainez Jr., who found himself in a beautiful bit of space, saw some green grass to run onto, and he said, "Thank you very much, Real Madrid. I'll take that 9 times out of 10. Keeper came off his line, and all he saw was the back of the net bulging. Oh boy, oh boy, oh no, Takafusa Kubo, Mantle, you absolute hero. Come on, Adam Ida, just boot it clear. And surely, referee, that's time. But no, it's actually provided an opportunity for Nketiah to make it 3. But that's enough. The referee's called it. And Blackburn Rovers, the loan to buy challenge, get their first piece of silverware. Forget Trump. Forget Joe Biden. It is Lainez Jr. for President 2024, baby. As the boys lift up the Europa League trophy, red card in hand and all, with a domestic winner here at the London Stadium. The night is going to be painted blue and white of Blackburn, and I couldn't be prouder. Sweet, sweet extra time victory. Nothing tops it. Nothing better than that. Here is your one last look at the squad, and it's taken 7 years, but Eddie Nketiah was definitely our main MVP this season. He provided an assist in the Europa League final as he managed 31 goals and 8 assists, 39 goal contribution. Adam Armstrong was right behind him with 28. 25 goals for the Englishman on the left, and Adam Ida again, which pretty much had a similar season to last campaign with 18 goals, a carbon copy. Astaf ranks in the middle from CDM, 7 goals and 11 assists for the Belgian, and Willem Goebbels from Cam with 6 goals and 7. Nathan Collins, who I'd personally give the man of the match award to, besides our goalkeeper as well. He was a brute force at the back. Lainez Jr., who has scored the last goal, most important goal of his career. Harvey Elliott was pretty much invisible the entire final, but he was back on his assist game game this season with 16 assists and 2 goals from the right wing. And for our big boy in between the sticks, Nico Mantil, the now 88 rated German keeper, has 20 clean sheets in season 7. Our homegrown talent and our captain, we can't go without congratulating him and thanking him for what he's done, because without him we'd probably be nowhere near where we are. Arvin Appiah was a long love story, but it was finally conversion to that central midfield position. It took a good part of 7 years. Some Blackburn originals, some loan to buy wonder kids, they've all capped off what has been a beautiful challenge, one that I'm definitely never going to forget anytime soon. So if you did go on and enjoy this one, make sure to drop a like down below, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications, baby. We're on the hunt, on that road to 100,000 subscribers before 2021. Make sure you get following so you keep up with the content. Check me out on social media. All links are in the description down below. Of course, I've been BCHD. Love and appreciate all your guys' support, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.